time to get back on and hit some bodies today, isn't it? The boys must be pretty up and about.
Yeah, well, I had the first group and we're kicking the dew off, so meant the ball was on the deck, so the contact come at a good time. But yeah, like the guys are thrilled that they're back playing football, how they know it, and yeah, there's a few more groups to go, and I'm sure over the course of the week we'll definitely see more collisions. But the brand of footy that we started with and that we'll obviously continue with.
Must be exciting as a coaching staff as well to finally be able to implement actual footy drills into the season.
Yeah, it is. Just having some defenders there makes it hard when you're training in small groups and there's no contact, there's no pressure. But obviously, yeah, the rules have been changed, and yeah, we're now looking forward to it. The boys are excited. It's how we manage it moving forward over the next couple of weeks before we get going playing.
So you're still going group now? Yeah. So we're not a full 42 or whatever on the track?
Today we're in small groups, and Wednesdays and Saturdays, which are our main sessions, we'll be in full group.
Is that AFL edict or is that?
Yep.
So when you don't have the full contact training sessions, you still have to have smaller groups, or you have the 42 out there?
No, so today we're in small groups, as we're allowed to, and they brought in the rules that we could do small-sided contact games as well. So that was the change from last week, and obviously we're with the full squad. We train Wednesdays and Saturdays as our full contact sessions.
2 a week.
Yeah, 2 a week, which is your match play sessions, where the bigger numbers are. Otherwise, yeah, we have 1 day a week. We're in small groups.
How challenging has it been as a coaching staff to, I guess, be flexible and adapt, last couple of weeks and, get things organised now that you can actually get things back to normal?
Yeah, well, we've had plenty of time to discuss on a stand-down period and been away from the club, so we're prepared coming in. We've had to be creative. You take the positive out of it is that the boys have had plenty of touches last week, being in small groups and having no contact. So plenty of skills, plenty of touch. But now we've got to transfer that into some small-sided games and match play.
Has anyone, you can't really impress the midfield coach when you're not here for 2.5 months. Has anyone come back and getting in your ear after the time off? Anyone been doing the extra running?
Yeah, look, all the boys have been doing the program, and from what we've seen in the first week, they've all presented really well. I caught up with Bakey a few times over the break, and he's one of our elite. And you look at him training alongside some of the younger fellas, you know that they're going to come back in good shape. But our boys did a small test on Friday, and we had some guys running some really quick times, which surprised probably some of us coaches because we knew they were elite, but they went to another level. And from all reports, not just the midfield group, but the whole squad have come back in really good condition, and they presented themselves well, and they actually tacked the whole week in a positive frame of mind.
Have you seen as a coach, you mentioned Bakey taking a few boys under his wing, but have you seen as a coach in these small groups, lots of other relationships sprouting up between senior players and junior players?
Yeah, definitely. Well, the groups, the way that we designed the groups, that they weren't just all midfielders in one group. We split the groups with backs, forwards and mids, senior to young. So the groups that I've been across, the likes of Boyd Woodcock, Martin Frederick, those guys training alongside the Travers Boakes in their group and Tommy Jonas, have had to train at another level. And definitely over last week, we saw their level of training go up another gear, which is fantastic for us because we're going to have to rely on the whole squad playing this year.
Getting around to showdown here on the Saturday night, a relief? Is all of this stuff in the last couple of weeks, the easings and the showdowns and the concessions that you're getting, is it all just a little gradual relief for coaches and players?
Oh, it definitely is. Look, first of all, on the showdown, all reports, that we will be playing round 2 against the Crows, which is fantastic to play here. Gives us another week here as well, regardless of whether we're going to hubs or not, but it gives an opportunity to sort of train at our facilities. And yeah, look, over the last couple of weeks, with the restrictions being lifted, allowing us to train, it allowed us to be here for a few more extra weeks as well, which is positive for the whole playing group, the whole coaching group, the whole football department. But we know moving forward that we might have to go into a hub in Queensland, and if that's for 3 or 4 weeks, we're excited about that as well, because we're excited about just getting back into playing football and being around each other again.
I guess because you've got a bit of a selection, issue on your hands when you come back, even though you haven't had any games for 2 months, with everyone in the midfield fit now that Ollie's going to be back playing.
Yeah, we have. But we've still got a few more weeks of training to go. But yeah, look, it's great that just talking to him now, Ollie's got through his first contact session since he did his shoulder, which is fantastic. He'll progress over the coming weeks like all players. But yeah, look, we're not thinking selection at the moment, but it's a healthy headache to have.
There's a lot of talk about wanting to get quicker in the midfield, and you've got some of these younger second-year players who can field out roles and use a lot. With guys who perhaps are a little bit slower, rocky, yellow lines, do you find other roles for them, or do you look at playing them in other roles? Or is that something to explore?
Yeah, look, I've said, look, it's having a point of difference, all players, but and having the right mix. And yeah, look, that's been a talking point, but their craft and every player's got a strength. And you've got to be able to mould that all together. So look, when we get to the selection phase, we'll look at what that mix looks like. But I think what we've shown over the course of the pre-season, we've had and round one, we've had a really good mix of our strong bodies, our big bodies, and our speed. And Ollie's just another dimension that we add moving forward. But won't get caught up on that at the moment. We'll just get out in training and we'll see how it all fits.
Robbie's toe, how's he travelling?
Well, obviously he's been off legs. Another week healed. But he'll just do his program. I think we've still got 19, 20 days before we play. So look, there's time for him to get it right, but he's doing the program that's been put in place for him.
Signs still point towards him.
Sorry, what's that?
Signs still point to him being right for that round 2 game?
Oh yeah, we're planning for that. Yeah, definitely. But as you said, I think we've got 19 or 20 days before we play, and we'll give him every opportunity, and he'll just do his program, and time will heal something like that.
19, 20 days enough to prepare this to get back into AFL matches, or do you think it's going to be a bit underdone?
Yeah, it's an interesting question you pose, because it's at first you look at it as a short turnaround, but these guys, the way they presented themselves last week, their levels of fitness. Once we now integrate the contact work, I'm confident they'll be right. Yeah, they might be a bit scratchy in the early stages, in the early games, but I think as a coaching group, on the back of what they've showed last week and where we know they'll get to in the next couple of weeks, so we've got to be confident they'll be ready to go.
Does that make winning in the opening rounds all about sort of endeavour? Because I imagine everyone's a bit scratchy with the skills across the competition.
Yeah, I think it's back. Yeah, the endeavour, the following our processes, getting our game plan right. The sharpness might not be there, but look, we're planning that it will be there. But if it isn't, as long as the endeavour, the attack on the footy, the way that we play, and our game, I suppose our model and our process that we go about, as long as they're in place, well then hopefully they'll hold us in good stead.
Does that model change, given that you know they're not going to be as sharp, they're going to be a little bit slow to start, so do you look more defensively rather than trying to overdo it, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we base a lot of things on defence in our game anyway, so I don't think that would change. But look, it's hard to say. It's hard to say whether we will or we won't. We'll get a good look at the boys over the coming weeks, whether we need to, and at the same time, if we're playing the Crows, we plan accordingly to them.
As far as showdowns go, they're always pretty spicy.
Yeah.
Coming off no footy for such a long time, what kind of atmosphere do you expect? I mean, there's no crowds, but at least for the players, what do you expect from them?
Well, it's a good little first up hit out with contact side of things, so it's going to be pretty brutal against hometown rivals. So yeah, look, endeavour it's going to be one of those contests where hard at the footy type stuff, and yeah, it will generate its own atmosphere, and so for all the supporters that'll be watching it, I think they'll be pretty excited about what they see.
How did you find a couple of months at home with Tash?
It was interesting times we had out of moments, like all father sons probably do. But no, it was good for him to be able to have someone to sort of do some stuff. It was also good for me to, when you come straight out of footy, and you got 2 weeks of isolation, at least to sort of train at home and annoy him a little bit. It was quite good, but it's been beneficial for both of us.
Can you get better as a coach? Just training too much?
No, I've got to try and be a father. I don't want to try and coach him too much. Otherwise, I could probably push him the other way. But yeah, look, there's certain things that just little skill fundamental drills or certain bits of vision that I might throw at him, just to more probably keep me in tune with coaching. Because I definitely did some coaching and some coding over the break. But yeah, it's more obviously testing his knowledge a little bit as well.
How's your confidence or the group's confidence, your coaching group's confidence around the situation with the club and COVID and money and job security? Do you feel that at all?
To be honest, personally, no. I can't speak on behalf of the other coaches, but what I probably can say in terms of my read on the coaching group is the buy-in and the excitement about getting back into it. Our communication over the break was first rate. Staying engaged from a welfare side, looking out for each other. So we knew that the day would come, we'd be back, what it looked like. We were prepared for. And I think we've really embraced being back here, and we're looking forward to sort of getting our teeth into it more so as we move forward, getting close to the game. So look, it's the financial side. Well, we don't talk about it. The love of the game and the love of being right here and coaching Port Adelaide is what's driving us at the moment.
You talked about you're a long way from the selection process, but you must be making your considerations. Is it tough to hold yourself back knowing we've still got to get through 3 more?
Yeah, you obviously have an eye on what it possibly looks like, but you've just got to tick off every training session because things can change very quickly. We spoke about Ollie, but there's other players that didn't play in round 1 that would be pressing a case for selection. We also had guys that didn't finish the game, which we know are right, but we've got to get into some match play. So there's a lot of things that we have to tick off on before we start drilling down on what it looks like for round 2.
The main thing that you're going to do in those contact sessions to just get an eye on the form, but also get the bodies in there and just.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we look for. Once again, it's our processes, how our game plan, and are we executing? Blokes understanding their roles. Getting some real hard match fitness. Us as a coach, coaching again. There's a lot of things that go into it. Not one particular one.
Do you reckon you'll
Last one,
have a
guys.
full-blown eating club now?
Yeah, I think so. Looking at the list now, I think so, and that could start as early as this week.